Welcome to day 33. And today we're going to actually start talking about 2D shapes. So we're going to watch a video that kind of give us some details about the shapes. And then we're going to come and we're going to complete the activities for today, okay? But before we get into our lesson, first let's get into the date. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. And we are on day 33. Now, let's jump into the lesson.
Two-dimensional or 2D shapes are plane shapes. Look at the 2D shapes. There is a triangle, circle, and hexagon. What do all of these shapes have in common? One thing they have in common is that they are all flat. Is a baseball a 2D shape? Why or why not? No, a baseball is not a 2D shape. It is not flat. You can define 2D shapes by how they look. Some 2D shapes have straight sides, and some 2D shapes do not. Look at the triangle. You can trace it with your finger. How would you describe the sides of the triangle? The sides of the triangle are straight lines. A triangle has 3 straight sides. The hexagon has 6 straight sides. What is the name for a 2D shape that has no straight sides? A circle has 0 straight sides. Some 2D shapes have corners called vertices, and some 2D shapes do not. A corner of a 2D shape is called a vertex. When a shape has more than one vertex, they are called vertices. These are the vertices of the triangle. A triangle has 3 vertices. The hexagon has 6 vertices. What is the name for a 2D shape that has no vertices? A circle has 0 vertices. Look at this figure. You can even trace it with your finger. How is tracing this figure different from tracing the triangle? Your finger does not come back to the place where it started. 2D shapes are closed. How can you tell if a 2D shape is closed? One way you can tell is to trace it with your finger. When you trace a closed figure, you come back to the place where you started. Their sides are all connected. This is not a triangle. It is not a closed shape with 3 sides.
Now you know how to define 2D shapes by how they look.
So in the video you just watched, we learned what makes a 2D shape. So we learned that a 2D shape is flat. Some of them have straight lines and some of them doesn't. And some of them have vertices and some of them doesn't as well. But the main thing that we learned about a 2D shape is that it is a closed figure. If it's open, if the line does not reconnect, then it is not considered a 2D figure. But we'll learn more about that once we get into our lessons, okay? So, it starts off and says, find objects around the house that has 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, and 6 sides. Or use toothpicks, straws, crayons, or pencils to build 2D shapes with 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, and 6 sides. Draw a picture of the shapes in your journal or on paper. Now, I didn't really have that many shapes around the house, so I made a few on what I can find. And I want to let you know that if you cannot find a lot of shapes with those sides, find what you can, and you can use that to draw the hill, okay? But don't stress yourself out. I feel like you have to find every single last one of them. Just find what you can find, okay? So my first shape I said I was going to find is, I made a triangle out of crayons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle. Because I made a triangle out of crayons. My next shape is a square. Okay? A square. So I'm going to draw a square. Now notice, I'm going to go back to the triangle. How do I know this is a triangle? Because it has 1, 2, 3 sides, okay? How do I know this is a square? Because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, okay? Now, I really searched really hard to try to find something with 5 sides and 6 sides, but I couldn't find it. So, I had these shapes here. And we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is still 4 sides. And I had a 4-sided figure. So, I couldn't find a 5-sided figure shape. So, I'm just not going to write one, okay? But I did find a 6-figure shape. I mean 6-sided shape. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is a heptagon. And I'm going to draw a heptagon. So once again, we have 3 sides, 4 sides, and 6 sides, okay? So, yes, I'm missing a figure with 5 sides. Once again, I couldn't find one, right? But maybe I know one in my head, right? So I can draw. Let's hope I can draw something. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I didn't find a 5-figure shape, but I knew one in my head, so I drew it, okay? All right,